It is time to touch our bags and drop our sacks on this mailbag edition of Seattle Seahawks Today. Powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones, your fearless leader, the somewhat capable host here. And we got a lot of questions this week. Some trade ideas. You guys are asking about Liam Eichenberg. Could the Hawks have finally found the offensive guard they were looking for? We'll discuss. Also, John Franklin Myers being talked about. You also got some thoughts on training camp, so let's not wait a second more and go ahead and get started. Ryan writes in with a $5 super chat. Cup said they installed the wing T system. Is our O-line good enough for this style? He also said he rotated in at fullback. Thoughts on that? Cheers. Okay, so Ryan, let me tell you something here. They're not running the wing T offense, okay? The wing T is a high school offense that is used usually for high school teams that are not athletic and trying to be an equalizer of sorts. It's like a modern-day wishbone, basically. And if they're going to run plays from the wing T, it's going to be at the very back of the playbook, and it might be once or twice. So I wouldn't read too much into it. Is the O-line good enough for this style? You know, if they execute for the one play or so, I wouldn't read too much into it. Yeah, rotated in fullback, same thing. I wouldn't read too much into it, but I think Robbie Oots is going to be your starting fullback. I mean, it's gimmicky, is what it is. That's, if we're going to be honest, it's a gimmick. It's not what we're actually going to see this offense do much of, is running a high school offense. Okay, you know, they just got a little cute. That's all it is. All it is, just having a little fun there, Ryan. Xander with a $5 super chat. Let's go, Hawks. How was vacation? Vacation was good. I enjoyed myself in Phoenix. I was out there for the Native American Basketball Invitational. I don't know how many of you guys know this. I'm a member of the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma, and so every year I do this event, and this is my 5th straight season of doing this, where we bring in 200 different teams from across North America. 160 tribes are represented. And a lot of these kids, it's their first time off of the reservation ever. And they're getting to play in the same arena as the Phoenix Suns and the Phoenix Mercury. And it was a great time. I enjoyed myself. Got to see some friends out there. Didn't have the luck I was looking for with the females in the female department, unfortunately. But nonetheless, it was a great trip. Thanks for asking, Xander. And now we're locked in. No time for vacations. It's football season, folks. The man himself with a $10 super chat. Forgot the hashtag Seahawks. Thank you for that, the man himself. That is a shot. I know we're in the middle of the mailbag right now, but I'll go ahead and take a shot at Patron. Why not? Cheers. The man himself writes in. I forgot the hashtag Seahawks, but what is our Madden Sim record and how is our season gone? So we're about to do a Madden Sim today, actually, if you're watching on this live edition of Seahawks Today. And in the Madden season, they are 13-2, entering the matchup with the Carolina Panthers. The Madden gods have been on our side. They have worked their magic. The Cardiac Seahawks have been something else, folks. I mean, it's been kind of unreal to describe. The run game's been great. Donald's played well. Defense has gotten better as the year has gone along. Mike McDonald has really gotten these guys' attention. I mean, the messaging that he goes into that locker room, and they're buying what he's selling each and every week in these very intense Madden games. I mean, if you're a Seahawks fan, you just got to be feeling really good about how this Madden season is going, because it's clearly an indication of how this season is going to go. What happens in Madden happens in real life. Everybody knows this. And, you know, this team should have all the confidence in the world right now. If there's a Madden, there's a way. Folks, want to make sure you're subscribed to Seattle Seahawks Today as we bring you the latest happenings on your favorite team, and we do these mailbags each and every week. If you're subscribed and you turn on notifications, you'll be the first to know when we have new content here on the channel, when we do these live shows, and when you can submit your questions, and I'll answer them in real time on a mailbag. It's what we call the Noti gang around here. Subscribe now. Turn on notifications. Hit that noti bell. If you're part of the Noti Gang, spam Noti Gang in the comments. YouTube.com/SeahawksTV. Subscribe now and turn on notifications. You'll be glad you did. Cheverton writes in, #Seahawks with K-Mac out. Do you think the Hawks will now only carry 3 running backs plus a fullback since we can keep Holani on the practice squad? Si, senor. That is exactly what is going to happen. Barring any other injuries, knock on wood, it will be Walker, Charbonnet, Martinez, Holani on the practice squad, Robbie Oots as your starting fullback, and Brady Russell either moves back to tight end or he gets cut, one of the two. That's what's going to happen, and I think they're going to be fine at the running back position. I like K9, but I think they're going to be A-okay without him. They got plenty of good backs. Let's just see if the offensive line can hold up as far as that goes. Clint Eastwood, could you see the Seahawks trading for Liam Eichenberg? Is this the offensive guard the Hawks have been waiting for? No. Liam Eichenberg is a bad football player. All right? And if you need evidence, I got the documents. The Dolphins have admitted this. They're trying to get rid of him, folks. His offensive grade was a 53.1. His pass block grade was a 49.7. His run block grade was a 58.7. Gave up nine penalties, 2 sacks. The Dolphins, they can't get rid of him fast enough. They're looking for anybody to take him on. And I know that some Seahawks fans have been talking about this. Is this our solution? Is this our savior? Is this our knight in shining armor? No. No. You're better off going with Christian Haynes and Anthony Bradford. I'm not bringing in Liam Eichenberg. No thanks. That's not the solution here. Should you consider your options at the offensive guard spot? Sure. But not Liam Eichenberg. Put your GM hat on. Should the Seahawks trade for Liam Eichenberg? D for trade, P for pass. I'm spamming P for pass. No thanks. Lon writes in, is there any right guard we can get anywhere or a backup right tackle? Well, at the time of this recording, Dalton Reisner is still available. There are a number of guys. Shaq Mason, just to name a few. Backup right tackle. Those options are a little more limited at this point when it comes to the tackle market. But we shall see. I mean, you got, on this offensive line, I think some pieces that can potentially be moved. A backup players. I'm not so concerned about a backup swing tackle at this point, but we'll see. Thanks, Lon. Shooter McGavin. Any of y'all see Happy Gilmore 2 yet? I'll give a quick review of Happy Gilmore 2. If you haven't seen it, go in with low expectations, and then you can enjoy the movie and have a few laughs. It is not a cinematic masterpiece by any stretch of the imagination, but there are a lot of funny moments. I can't believe they killed Virginia in the first scene. I understand that everyone in Happy Gilmore's life dies at some point, and you probably did have to kill Virginia, but you didn't have to kill her off that early. We had to do that to Claire Dunphy? Really? Come on. I love Claire Dunphy. Anyways, now, but that's my review. It's a good film, not a great film. What about trading for John Franklin Myers? That's not a bad idea, especially since your edge rusher department is looking for a solution with no Uchenna Nwosu, and you might have some more injuries coming. The Broncos are kind of shopping John Franklin Myers right now, coming off a season where he had 7 sacks, 3.5 the year prior, 5 sacks in 2022, 6 sacks in 2021. I wouldn't hate this idea. Now, you would have to pay him, and that might not be cheap, but I am open to the discussion of John Franklin Myers. Although I have some hesitation with doing business with the Broncos, with the history that's been done there. You did bring in Draymond Jones from the Denver Broncos, but John Franklin Myers might not be a bad solution to your problem here of trying to find some pass rush help. Should the Seahawks trade for John Franklin Myers? Sound off and let us know. Y for yes, N for no, C for yes, N for no. Tell me in the comments section. $2 super chat from Xander. Good to see you, Xander. How do you feel about our Sims considering fans gone? Oh, since Noah Fant's gone. That's what you meant to say. Yeah. So if you haven't been watching our Madden Sims, you've been missing out. We were on the Noah Fentanyl train. We were getting some large doses of Noah Fentanyl. He was a Madden merchant, and it was a version of Noah Fant I hadn't seen before. But I know that version is not real, does not exist. I don't think they will be missing too much without Noah Fant, because I think Elijah Arroyo is that dude, and he's going to do a good job, and he and A.J. Barner are going to be just fine. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Xander with another $2 super chat, and Big Tex is here for this one as well. Who you and Tex want the Hawks to sign next, and why? I'm looking at Dalton Reisner. That's the guy who's got my attention. I'd like to see him at the offensive guard spot. What about you, Tex?
Oh, that was going to be my answer. I was thinking about offensive guard help. I wouldn't hate a signing at cornerback just to give a little bit more depth. I know they're pretty strong there, but I could see some value getting depth behind Christian Fulton and some other, Chris Fulton, Devin Witherspoon and some other cats there. I think either cornerback or potentially interior of the offensive line would be a good place to go for a signing.
I think so. I think that'd be a good spot. Xander, thanks for that $2 super chat. Appreciate y'all joining us here on Seahawks Today. Subscribe to the channel for continuing Seahawks coverage. Turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. YouTube.com/SeahawksTV. I'm Tyler Jones. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.